It's the Deep for the Week talk show. Are you ready to talk? Let's get deep for the week.
Hello, and thank you for joining us on the D for the Week show. I'm your host, Kali. And before we get started, I'm going to ask you, as I always do, to like, share, and subscribe. And if you like, comment below. We love to hear your input. Again, thank you for joining us. Now, every once in a while, we do a news edition, and I felt it was very necessary to do so today, okay? Because there's a lot in the news or not in the news. And why isn't it in the news? Well, we'll cover it. We got you. Okay. So let's get deep, y'all. So, of course, trending in the news is Puffy, P. Daddy, whatever you must, Sean Combs, whatever the fuck you call him. Okay. Let me just say, let me give you my critique on him. I've always thought he was weird. I always thought he was a suspect to everything. Just look at his eyes. They're just weird. Okay. He's always been weird to me. And I've always thought he was suspect to killing Biggie, possibly Tupac. And why would you say? Because he then profits everything. And yeah, Tupac was running his mouth, rapping about them being all kind of snakes and gay, and they couldn't have that. And if you remember that album cover, on the back of that album cover, that was supposedly, those allegedly, that man dressed in, the skinny one and the fat one in the dresses in the back of that album. I won't even say what album, because you could just Google it. That was supposedly P. Diddy and Biggie, allegedly. So there may be like many reasons why they may have done that to him, but or not, But yeah, I've always thought he was suspect of that. And the baby oil. Let's go over that. Of course, I hope you know that nobody is going to jail over baby oil. No Fed is coming to confiscate baby oil. You know what I'm saying? And so we do know that it had to be something else, right? And it was a drug and or chemical called GHB. And what is GHB? It is a slippery, clear substance that looks like baby oil. So it can be disguised as baby oil in the bottles, and if you put it in a baby oil bottle, it's probably going to smell like baby oil, because it's, baby oil bottles don't always smell like baby oil unless you rinse it 1,000 times. And if you're being freaky and you're having a party, like the kind of parties they was having, well, men and, slipping stuff and stuff need to be slippery. I guess that'd be, cool to you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that can be, something that you can use to mislead someone easily. And maybe that's why it was used. Maybe some people knew what it was, and maybe some people did not. And maybe that's the problem. Okay? But we do know that the feds is not tripping over nobody's baby oil. And if he did all those things, his downfall is overdue. But if he didn't, and all that stuff was consensual, what's really going on? What's behind it all? I know there's people that said they were there at those parties and they know that the stuff is true. They were kids at the time and now they're adults, allegedly. We don't know if it's true, but we will find out. And they said that allegedly they were brought in through CPS. Allegedly. I'm going to keep saying that, okay? And so we will find out about that too. It's because courts, most of that stuff is public after it closes. And I think while it's open. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. So if that all is true, then again, his downfall is overdue. But if it is not true, what is really behind another black man's downfall? Because there's always something. And you got to look deep. So let's get deep, y'all. Okay. They said that he was getting into it with Ciroc. And I don't know why. You're going to have to look that up yourself. I really don't have time to look up all this stuff. But they said that he was into it with Ciroc and he was suing them for some reason. And then they're coming now after him. And that does happen. You can't mess with the big wigs if they're bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? And then the second reason why people were saying they may be trying to bring him down is because he was allegedly trying to start his own black political party. Now, if that is true, the elites are not having that at all. And so if those are, reasons or things that he is trying to do in life, and those could be reasons that they're trying to bring him down. Look at what they did to a lot of Black men that were trying to do positive things. Look into it. Okay, get deep, go down the rabbit hole yourself. Okay, I don't like to persuade people to think a certain way or to believe what I believe, but you have a wide open world now. You can look up a lot of things and kind of put some things together on your own. So again, what's really behind it, we'll find out soon. Okay, are there a lot of opportunists just trying to make money off the situation and the circumstances? Because why didn't nobody else other than Cassidy say anything before about these parties? Okay, but anyways, there's bigger fish to fry in the news and more important things in the news, and they are covering this, but maybe you have not heard, so I'm going to let you know. Okay, the food supply, it's not doing so good, and I don't like what I'm seeing because it's affecting, I believe, our people that look like me, people that are of color, like, what they like to call us, like we're color or whatever. Okay, so people that are Black, African American, that's darker. It's affecting our food supply in general, because, and I say the food supply that we can afford. Let's say that. Okay, noodles, the ones that start with M, that y'all like to eat real quick when you hungry and broke, those ones. Okay, and it ain't no allegedly, but I just don't want to say their name because when I do make money, I ain't trying to giving it all out. People suing me, okay? But that's on recall. Chicken, and they know we eat chicken at least twice a week. If we ain't cooking it, we buying it. So what's really going on, okay? And then boards, they make cheese, processed meats, and what's really going on? Okay, like, what's really going on? Lactate milk, cinnamon. They know Black people are always using cinnamon. We use cinnamon every time we, make yams and stuff. In our baked beans. Okay, right. And a lot of us are lactose intolerant and we drink lactate milk. You guys gotta really pay attention. Eggs, codfish fry mix. We always fry fish. And Nature's Nectar, 100% organic apple juice. We give that to our children every day because WIC give it to us for free. So of course we're giving it to them because it's free, okay? And if it's not free, it's like $3 for, I don't get WIC. It's like $2.99, okay? So they're trying to kill our kids. And not too long back, the chips were on recall. The spicy ones, the ones the kids like, our kids, okay? Kids of color, whether you brown or Black. What's really going on? Okay, the fudge brownies, the ones from 7-Eleven, Dynacare baby powder. We stopped using Johnson & Johnson because it started killing us. And now we start using Dynacare for two reasons. It's cheaper. And we scared of Johnson & Johnson's now. And now Dynacare. And there's so many more. Like dog foods, if you have a dog. I'm not sure what brands of dog foods, but some dog foods are on recall. And detergents, all kinds of stuff. So if you've been itching lately and you're wondering why, you can find this list on the Food and Drug Administration list. It's on the website. Just look it up, Google it. You ain't got to know a www or anything. Just say, Google Food and Drug Administration website. It'll pop up immediately, and the list is there. You can go back from, I think, years back to see what's been on it and what's on it now. And I think it's important to do for many reasons because the big wigs, they usually take the stuff off the shelf. But the little mom and pops, they don't. And maybe for two reasons. Maybe because, they're being malicious and they're like, we're not doing that shit. We can't afford to. Fuck that. And the other ones, they don't get the list. They don't hear about it. Okay, so it's important for you to know it on your own so that you're not feeding the stuff to your children or eating it and consuming it yourself or rubbing it on your body or, so it's very important to know about this stuff. So be careful and just know your shit. The next in the news, actually trending and or not trending, but should be real badly, is what's happening in these sundown towns. And they still do exist, whether you want to believe that or not. They do. They never went away. Maybe you just haven't heard about them or experienced them, but they do exist. Sundown towns. What is a sundown town? For you, for those of you that do not know what a sundown town, because you ain't been out in the sun lately or something. I don't know. Get outside. Get off the internet. Get off Facebook, off the phone, and learn a little bit. It could be important to your life. Because you could be driving through a sundown town thinking that taking you a road trip and thinking you're going to go in the bathroom and use it and never come out of that town. Okay. And so sundown meaning get the hell out of our shit before the sun goes down, because everybody around here acts like they don't see what happened, or they don't hear it either when the sun goes down. Pretty much. So basically, crimes happen to Black people when it get dark, and no one reports the crimes or, say that they heard or seen anything. And you just done. Sorry to your family. Something happened. Most of the time they try to say we killed ourselves or something, accident. So yeah, you need to know where these sundown towns out. You can probably Google them or maybe TikTok them, YouTube them. People talk about, where they are. But again, they do exist and things are happening in them lately, and it is not cool. So know about the sundown towns and where they are. But what's occurring in the sundown towns lately? And it's some of this is in the news and some of it is not. And why they may be not reporting it is because they don't want us to riot. We do stupid stuff when we get mad. Instead of taking action, we burn our own community down, places we have to live and shop, which is stupid. We're going to talk about that too. Like why we shouldn't be doing that, why we should be doing other things, because that really does not change anything. But that's stuff that we do, and maybe that's why they're not telling us. Anyhow, so I found this stuff, a lot of it, most of it on TikTok, and I have not seen it on the news, and I do watch the news every morning. And if I do not watch it, it pops up on my phone and I listen to it. And I have not heard it or seen it or heard many people discussing it on the radio. I listen to different radio shows when I'm going to get my coffee as well. I don't hear anybody discussing this, but we're going to talk about it. So let's get deep. So there was a 16-year-old Black boy by the name of Dominic Stewart that was found hung from a bridge, Jefferson Davis Memorial Bridge, to be in fact, in Augusta, Georgia. It crosses the Savannah River. Now, we already know the energy down there ain't never been that cool. If you've ever, taken a trip down there, visited someone down there, drove through, you can feel, if you're in touch with energy and all that shit, you can feel like I ain't supposed to be here. And if I am here, I better act like I ain't nobody, ma'am. I felt that energy in that area. I never really liked, like Alabama or Georgia for that reason. Like the major cities like Birmingham, Atlanta, it's different. But when you get into like Augusta, and places like Anniston and stuff, and they got like Confederate flags on their cars and their houses. I'm used to seeing like people with butterflies hanging from, on the flags and saying welcome or spring or winter or fall with a fall leaf. Not that, but that's what you will see till this dying day if you go down there. And so be aware. But they found him hanging from that bridge, and I don't know if that happened today, in the evening, in the morning, in the night, but I don't think there's any witnesses, and it's just weird because it's quiet in those places. So someone is screaming, being about to be hung. Like you would think someone heard or seen or be like, I heard some screaming around that time, and now he's being hung. Well, maybe it was a screaming I heard something, but there's nothing. And so I think they're crediting that to suicide. I'm not sure, but that's just weird. Okay, so no, what happened? Why did they do that to him? You know, what did he say? You know, what did he see? What did he hear? Who did he date? You know what's up, y'all. It's always something behind it. Just like the little boy they found rolled up in the rug, and they try to say he rolled himself in a rug. Like, what is really going on? But what happened to him? You know, that we will find out. We will find out. And so, yeah, I'm gonna make clips on all these stories that I'm discussing with you guys today individually, so that you can share them and we can get this news out there. So if they don't make it news, we will, okay? And maybe that will help. Maybe some witnesses will come forward and feel guilty or remorse and say, you know, I just can't hold it in anymore, and come forward and say they were driving past and they seen somebody doing this or they seen something. Because in the world we live in now with no integrity, cameras are everywhere. So somebody knows something is being covered up, and we need to get justice for that baby. That's a baby, 16-year-old kid. Okay, so, and where's Kamala? Why doesn't she have anything to say about this? Because basically she's the president right now. Because Biden is not with us. Okay. So another situation that happened in what I believe is possibly a sundown town, because it's in North Carolina. And a rumor has it that a trucker, you know, was hung. Trucker by the name of Javion McGee, he was 21 years old, from Aurora, Illinois, was found hanging from a tree in a wooded area in Henderson, North Carolina. And they're trying to say, they immediately ruled it out as suicide. They said he went to Walmart and bought rope earlier in the evening, and then later he was found hung. So they were like, has to be suicide. His family is irate, and they do not believe that. They say he was a happy, thriving, truck driving young man. And no one believes it, not even the trucker community. In fact, they went on strike. They boycotted delivering. I'm not sure if it was to the state, city, or county that it happened in, until they reopened the case. And I don't know if the boycott, strike, or whatever is still going on, how long it lasted for, or if they reopen the case. You need to look into that. And you guys also need to share these situations so that it can be news again and be heard and get out there. So in 2023, there were 11,447 single bias issue hate crimes and 13,857 victims. Okay, now bias-based hate crimes, meaning like race, ethnicity, ancestry, religion, and last but not least, sexual orientation. And I say it like that because not, you know, I got gay friends, and you know I love y'all. Hey, what's up? Hey, girl. Hey, boy. Hey, whatever you like to call yourself. Okay? But I say it like that because being gay, bisexual, saying I'm trans man, trans woman, whatever you call yourself, at the time, and I say at the time because you can change it any time you want to, but I cannot change being Black. As much as I think I would like to bleach my skin, change my weave, my hair, and put contacts in my eye, my IDs is going to say nigga, okay? Whole nigga. You feel me? And so you cannot change your ethnicity, but you can say, oh, I'm saved now. Prayer changed me. You know what I'm saying? And now I am no longer gay. And I know people that done that. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it should be put in the same category. And I love y'all. Hey. We're going to have a whole show about that. We're going to get deep about that. And if you'd like to join us on that show, let us know, comment below. You know, and I told you, you're also free to give your input, but that's my input. It shouldn't be on that list. I think Obama got to put on his list. Him and Michelle. Okay. But yeah, it's you know, it's on the list. And yeah, not to mention, oh yeah, one more. The student that y'all may not have heard about, because I didn't see this in the news, but I heard this on TikTok news. Why they want to get rid of TikTok? Cause we be keeping it real on there, okay? And we be making money, making millionaires. I'm trying to be one. So add me on there, Anyways, but yes, there is a student that had Negro. Clearly he was a Negro. So he had Negro card on his chest with a box cutter by his white counterpart teammates. I don't even know what sport they play. I didn't even look into that because I just stopped there. My mouth's wide open and eyes big. Like, where was this? So I looked that up, and it was in Gettysburg, at Gettysburg College in Pennsylvania. So allegedly, there's no charges that was filed, and I don't know if that's because he has not pressed charges or what. But you sure better hope that the school or somebody press charges before me and my family press the line. You know what? And anyways, my son, right now at 5, he ain't finna let nobody carving nothing in his chest. Whether they carving a star and saying, you to be Superman. Nothing. He finna get up and do his thing as he been trained to go. And I'm gonna keep training him to go that way since y'all playing these type of games. But I don't know why no the last I checked, foul charges, no, they have not been filed. So I don't even know if he was suspended from the school, but yeah, you guys look into that and share again all these clips. I'm going to make individual clips on all these cases because we need to share this ourselves and get it out there ourselves and make justice for ourselves. Okay? Because honey, I feel like they're coming for us between our food supply, our people, and just everything. And last but not least, there's also a recall on a hair product that Black women use. I don't use it. I use my own called Hair Sprout. I also can relate to this woman because I make and sell and manufacture my own hair product, which she once did at a time, but she sold her hair product to one of the big wigs, I believe Procter and Gamble. Don't quote me on that. Allegedly, like I said, don't quote me on that. Allegedly, I might be calling out the wrong one, but she sold it to one of them bigger wiggers. Okay, look it up. And when she did, now people's hair is falling out at large amounts in the clumps, like in bald spots that you cannot hide with a swoop over. You know what I'm saying? So it's an issue. They use it in their hair, their daughter's hair, and that's the problem. You sending your daughter to hair with a full weave now because her hair is completely gone. If you can look this up, you can actually go in TikTok search bar and look up women and children that have lost their hair due to using Mielle women's Black hair product. It's supposed to be all natural or whatever. And there's tons, and it's ridiculous. So again, that I believe is on the recall list, and it should be more than a recall list. It should be a compensation list, a huge one, and maybe there will be soon. So ladies, if you suffered from that, look forward to that because they need to give you guys some type of compensation. I mean, even your hair may grow back, and even if it doesn't, the expenses that you spend on wigs and products to get it to grow back, there needs to be some compensation. Okay, so, and by the way, the lady that sold it to that company is backing them. She's saying, they have not changed the ingredients, and the product is the same. And so maybe it's something that you guys are doing wrong with the directions. And I'm just like, as someone that does that right now, I would not claim that. I would not back the manufacturer. I would be like, you know what, you guys stay tuned. I'm about to go get it tested by my own scientists, and I will let you know if they change the ingredients and so I wouldn't just be standing behind them. I would be telling you guys until further notice, stop using it, and maybe I'm gonna go back to making something myself. And I don't know what kind of disclosure she signed to what she's stuck doing or not doing, but she is backing them, and maybe she's stuck doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be. I would just kind of be. I wouldn't say anything at that point. But that is something that you guys need to know about, because a lot of you have a hard enough time growing your hair, and you're thinking you're buying something that costs a nice little penny. to increase the growth of hair and it's making it fall out. That has to be so traumatizing. So yeah, look out for that, and be aware. And again, you can find all this stuff online. If you don't watch the news, I know a lot of people don't watch the news anymore. You have online TV, but you can also download a news app, and you should, and just watch it every now and then go on social media like TikTok and places that they allow people to share actual news, and just do some searching yourself, you guys. Be preventive and keep in mind, the world is changing. It shouldn't be scary to you. It should just make you preventive. Okay. Last but not least, the crash that was reported this weekend, this Saturday morning at 3 a.m. to be exact, in DC and in North Carolina. It was heard and seen in both places, which is weird. You know what? I should have got a map so I can look on it. I have not had time, full time, everything, mom, this and that. Okay. So I have not looked, but that it was seen in both places. So, and heard. And what was seen and heard? A big, large flying object that left a huge, large, red, smoking, screeching cloud, going across the sky. And also was heard a sound that was like a loud, huge, screeching, breaking sound. Many heard and seen this. Many. You can go on TikTok and see it through ring cams, things that you cannot modify. You know what I'm saying? And also reported shortly after, sirens, helicopters, jets, and police and undercover and marshals and stuff like that parked on streets and major streets and bridges and places where they may have thought people would have been running in hysteria. I don't know. And so what happened, and why are they not reporting this on the news, either locally or nationally? What are they covering up? Or what happened this weekend? If you were in those areas, comment below. We need to know. If you have some video, share it with us. If you go on my Facebook page, the D for the Week show on Facebook, I shared plenty of those clips that I was talking to you, mentioned, or about on those. They're on my page. If you don't want to go into searching on the TikTok, you can look there. I shared many of those clips and videos and footages and stuff of that people have shared from the ring cams and actual footage. And beyond people hearing it and seeing it, people will, they woke up out their sleep abruptly, not remember, like when you wake up, you either hear like a boom, like a tire pop or something boom, or you feel thunder or something. But by the time you wake up, you felt it, you heard it subliminally, but by the time you wake up, the sound or the motion is gone. So you don't really know what it is, but something just woke you up. Well, there was like tons of people that recall that. They're like, I don't know what just woke me up. Something woke me up though. And it was all around the same time. So what happened, and why are they not telling us? Those people that have asked Siri and, all their there's all these Google things, Google this and, your assistants and Siris and all these things that we use today. They've been asking them, what was that happened? And they're saying that it was an invasion. But what do you think it was? Do you think it was aliens? Do you think it was Project Bluebeam? Do you think it was some of Elon Musk's bullshit, or the Anunnakis? Jesus Christ? Do you think it was war, a missile? What was it? We're going to have a whole episode on that alone. If you'd like to join us on that, if you have footage on that again, or some input on what you think is going on in our skies, because it's all been happening. A lot of it's been happening since COVID. I don't know if it's because we have more time on our hand, because, you know what I'm saying? Or we're just, it's just really happening. But if you like, again, to join us on that show and we discuss that on another show, let us know below, because we will be having a whole episode of what is going on in our night skies, and it's sometimes even in the day, And why aren't they keeping it real with us? They have told us that they know about aliens and stuff like that, but are they going to tell us every time that we're invaded? And if not, why? Why go as far as to tell us that you guys know about them and not tell us when they're here? But anyways, that is in the news and or not in the news, and why isn't it not in the news? Well, we are going to make it news. We shared it with y'all, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of Deep for the Week. I told you we were going to get deep, y'all. And again, if you want to come on the Deep for the Week show, just let us know, comment below, and we'll get you started on that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And again, thanks for watching the Deep for the Week show. See you next time.